Hi guys, welcome back to Income Grinders. My name is Eric. So in this video I'm just gonna do a quick update regarding the progress of my so-called Project Genesis. And this is the first week that has passed that I've been actually doing hands-on stuff. So I'm gonna go through what's been done so far and what I've been invested, both my time and money into, and some metrics of how are things proceeding within this first week. So what is Project Genesis? It's basically just me pivoting again. I'm having a hard time focusing on one thing when I do my affiliate niche website building. So this Project Genesis is just the name of me trying to establish myself on the US or global market, developing English websites and web services instead of Swedish ones. So basically what I'm thinking about doing is in my so-called hobby company or hobby LLC, like my small container for my niche website things that I do as a hobby at the moment, at least. I'm deciding to have all my Swedish websites and services in there, since so far I've been only doing that. And inside I also have a consulting LLC where I work as a consultant on daytime as a programmer or a software developer, and I'm thinking about expanding the sort of business inside that LLC to also include this new Project Genesis, where I will start creating English websites and web services as well, and maybe in the upcoming future provide and having offerings of consulting within that SEO and within creating this kind of business to other people wanting to do the same, depending on my success, of course. So that's the thought, at least. And in the beginning I will focus on just building and monetizing my own websites by either doing it on fresh domains or more likely looking at my results and other people's results when it comes to creating websites targeting US and global. I will probably do it on aged domains, as I will mention as well in this presentation. So what have I been doing so far? The inception date for this thought I got was on the 12th of May. For some reason I started contemplating doing websites targeting US market as well as global for some reason. I don't remember why that happened. Maybe it was when I started to be more present on Twitter, looking and communicating with people doing websites globally and targeting US. I got inspired by that and thought that maybe I could do that as well. Since I've been having somewhat success in Sweden, I might just give it a shot. So what I've been doing then, I've been selecting my niche that I want to be using for this. So I ended up with selecting something within the top level niche, that is the pets niche, basically. So inside there are sort of sub niches and sub niches, of course. And since it feels like, when I look at the keyword difficulty within the pet niche, that is somewhat easier still, at least, to get into that area when you start out fresh. So I wanted to have a niche where I can get some early traction to not lose hope to be able to succeed, then build from there. So I purchased one domain for a specific type of pet, a really good name, and that is a fresh domain. I haven't done anything with that yet, as I will mention later on. And then while I was doing this domain, I was actually looking if there were any expired domains I could purchase in that specific niche, but I didn't end up finding any. So, but instead I stumbled upon another interesting age domain with a sort of targeting totally different kind of pets. So I actually went sleepless and I had to purchase this domain, and it was a fairly steep investment, especially considering that this Project Genesis I claim that this will be a low-cost startup effort, which is not valid anymore. But anyways, that's been done, and I also have purchased hosting for this Project Genesis startup, and I will use Host Armada, having my servers in Texas, US, and and also acquired during the registration process for that hosting. I got the free domain, so I did some additional research and found another expired domain that I could buy for just the registration fee, because nobody was owning it, and it's also within the pet niche, basically the same niche that domain 2 is in, so that might be a good addition to redirect to that domain. And what else has been done is that I've written and prepared 2 articles for the domain 1 that was sort of thought to be the startup domain for this Project Genesis, but as it turns out, now that I got domain number 2 and put up WordPress on that site, did some archive.org analyzing, and I will actually put most of my initial effort has been put into this site too, just to see how well that ranks and how well the traffic is coming in, and so far the results are really good. But I will still put up some initial publish some initial articles on domain 1 to make it just start aging basically, and sooner or later that the website will go into the Google Sandbox, so it's good to just get that over with. So I'll maybe publish around 2 or 5 articles on that domain, and then keep my focus on site 2 until I get it having lots of daily traffic and make it possible to monetize it, and then I might shift focus a bit again. So if you look at the sort of summary status for week 1, it's only sort of 7 days in, hands-on in this Project Genesis so far. Website 1 has a fresh domain and 0 articles published, and it's not even installed WordPress on it yet. And website number 2, it's a premium age domain. You can see the stats here. It's got a domain rating of 28 and 360 referring domains. So it's not like a super premium domain, but it is a good startup domain for me, I feel like, in this venture. And I've invested $2,000 in that domain, so it's a fairly high investment. It's the highest one I've ever made, but since my other sort of my Swedish websites are doing so good, it's still a fairly low investment. And the site went live on the 25th of June, and the Search Console was installed 27th, and so far it's 7 pages published. I think that actually increased since I wrote these notes 2 days ago, so I think it's around 7, 8 or 9 at the moment. And website 3, it's another, like I mentioned, expired domain, and it has an Ahrefs domain ranking of 3.5 and 72 referring domains. And this one was a fresh domain, purchased just for the registration fee. And I've also decided to sort of pull in my open case study website, the UK website, about crested geckos into Project Genesis, since that I haven't really done any work on it, and it's not getting that much traffic, so I think it's fair in terms of starting from scratch even to include that one. Then I will have all my English websites sort of collected in one mental box, so to say. And I also keep thinking a lot about the concept of using fresh domains versus aged domains, especially since I saw this presentation by Carl Broadbent on the Affiliate Gathering, and he has had great success with his age domain that he got from Otis. If you watch his case study on his YouTube channel, you will understand that. And so it's really difficult when you see that presentation where he put that in like an investment of, I think we can see I pulled it in here. He invested in the fresh domain $6,800, and within 5 months he made an income of let's say $4. And then he's comparing that to his H domain, which he has total invested $25,000 in, and it has a total of almost 700 articles. But that website is making $2,300, a bit more than that, per month at the moment. Well, actually in total so far. But if you look at the previous slide, you can see that currently the earnings are up and above $1,000 per month. So the ROI for the H domain is so much shorter in time, and then once that ROI is met, the actual daily profits will be so much higher as well. So given that he published how much is it, like, I don't know, 86 posts, no, how many was it in total? 235 posts on the fresh domain, and is still not seeing any income, more or less. Yeah, at least that makes me wonder if it's worth it to build on fresh domains or not. But I still have one, so I will give it a shot and just experiment and see what happens. If I put up a couple of articles, is it stone dead? I will just keep it and see if anything happens after a few months, then I might pick it up again. So yeah, so maybe that's an update in my sort of business model I've been having in my head to actually start up this Project Genesis with a very low budget. And I already broke that budget purchasing that H domain. But yeah, so I might actually focus on finding more of those and building on H domains, as well as introducing the concept of website flipping, since that seems to be a big thing as well. It's basically that you buy already operational websites, you sort of renovate them, and then you let them age a bit, make them a proof of concept, you sort of increase the monetization and make it earn more money, and then you can sell it for a really good profit. And you can also do it by buying domains that are aged and don't have anything on them, renovate them and sort of put something on that real estate, and then you keep them for a few months, make them earn money, and then you sell them. And there are like tons of marketplaces for that, like flippa.com, spamzilla.io for finding good expired domains, and Motion Invest, and of course yeah, lots of others. What's the name of the one that Carl was using? I forgot. Otis is their name. Yeah, so there are tons of ways to do that website flipping part. But of course it requires more upfront money, but since I have that already coming into from my Swedish section, which is making about $12,000 profit per month, I might take money from that and invest to get my US business up and running quicker. And once it's up and running, the sort of profits it will make once it's sort of reaching ROI is so much higher. So a summary of Project Genesis: I have 4 domains purchased, 1 website up and running, or actually 2 websites if you count the UK case study, and I made a total investment of $2,200, including the H domain, a few fresh domains, as well as hosting, and the total income is 0 at the moment, so it will take quite some time to break even. And I have included a sort of a small work log here, so you see on the 24th of May I started purchasing domains. This is probably the H domain I purchased, and maybe one day earlier I purchased the fresh domain I was initially supposed to start up with. Then I just started doing hosting, WordPress setup, created a sort page, analytics, restore. Also, since this page, the H domain, has like 300 stored pages in archive.org and links into those, I'm taking the time to restore and write my own content on those pages to sort of preserve all the link views I'm getting, as well as the traffic. I'm already getting traffic on this website due to all the backlinks existing. And actually it's already starting to rank on some keywords, even though it's only 7 days old. And so yesterday I published one page, and today I'm hopefully gonna take some time to at least publish one page. I'm doing all the content writing myself at the moment with my Jasper Copilot. So next steps, for site 1 I will set up WordPress and publish those already written articles. For site 2 I will do more competition analysis within that niche and see what ranks and what keywords people are ranking on and what kind of efforts I need to start competing. And I will continue restoring all old URLs and set up content and redirect all the URLs to the new content and publish of course. I want to reach 100 or at least 50 articles within 1 month. On site 3 I will set up WordPress and just restore the old URLs and put up original content on those pages. And for site 4, the case study, I will work on it on my live streams a bit and show how to do stuff on Friday afternoons. So tools and services used on this venture is Google Drive and Docs for management. Content I'm writing myself using Jasper AI as my co-pilot. I might try out writer access once I get like traction, lots of organic visitors. Sort of, if I can prove that this concept is working using H domains to get traffic, I might consider investing some money into buying content as well. So, but before I understand and know that this website will function, I'm not gonna just buy like content for several $1,000s. So I'm using WordPress, generate press theme, and most of the plugins are from VPMU Dev. And for SEO, like keyword research and competition analysis, I'm using SE ranking. I consider Hrefs to be too expensive for me at the moment. But mostly I'm using the free tools like Google Suggest, looking in the Google SERP and finding people also ask. And then I found, I think it was John Dykstra that told me about Ask Socrates. It's a free tool to get all the variations of what people are querying surrounding a specific keyword in a Google search engine. And for graphics it's Canva, and for this recording like I'm doing right now, when I do my videos it's XSplit, and for my live sessions I will be using StreamYard. So that's it for this presentation. Please keep in touch by subscribing, hitting the bell notification if you want updates. Fridays I do my live streams basically every Friday, and maybe on occasion one more day during the week. And you can subscribe on this channel, like I said, and also follow me on Twitter so we can interact on a regular basis. And yeah, that's it for today. Have a great day. Bye.